Something that came out of yesterday that does irk me, and I've got to be blunt about this. I am, to a certain degree, getting sick and tired of the media in this country. They are superficial, they are lightweight, they are hand-wringers, they are angsty over issues of no great importance. And I cite the poll last night. One of the arguments, this is Corandan's argument, the One News political editor, that National may well have been hit a bit last night, along with Peters. You'll note that Peters got hit as well, by this business of this continual get away from the policy, let's all make it about a circus. And so it captured the Peters so-called scandal, the mother of all scandals, quote unquote, that never eventuated. And people are sick of it. They're worn out by it. It is boring. It is tedious. Nobody is interested in superficial crap. And the media has got to get its act together and start covering some policies and start discussing things with an element of intelligence. And it may well be that poll was reflected, or those numbers reflected, that sort of general attitude. But yesterday, yet again, I found myself the centre of attention. I cannot even begin to tell you how sick of that I am. By asking Jacinda Ardern a very simple question: what was she wearing last night? This was, and to be fair, she actually started it by saying, I hope you ask Bill Inglis a question, which was completely unnecessary, and I'll come to that in just a couple of moments. Here's why I asked her that question, and the media leapt all over this again as though it was some sort of highfalutin scandal when it was nothing of the sort. First of all, listeners to this program will fully understand that for the last 48 hours before that interview yesterday, we'd been talking about what I was wearing, and we were talking about that because why? Why were we talking about that, Glenn?
Well, because of this. Are you excited about tomorrow night? What are you going to wear? Have you figured that out?
Exactly. So what am I going to wear if I figured that out? Did I take that as some sort of sexist affront? Did I ask you?
That's how I meant it.
Well, so we'd begun a 2-day discussion on the fact that I had a suit, and unfortunately the suit that was supplied to me didn't fit because my pants were too tight, and we needed to adjust it. And so there was some levity and light-footedness in the conversation. There was just dare I suggest, there was an element of humour in the discussion. So we'd been talking about that for 2 days, so I figured there was a bit of a theme running in the program. Why not ask Jacinda Ardern what she was wearing tomorrow night? Why would I also ask Jacinda Ardern what she was wearing? Because am I or am I not right in saying that for any major event in life that we attend, one of the questions most oft asked is, what are you wearing? You're going out for a night, you're going out for dinner, you're going out for a birthday, you're going out for some awards. What are you wearing? It's a standard question. There is nothing sexist about it. It is not a male or female thing. It is just a standard inquiry. And then, would I ask a man the same question? Well, would I indeed? Let us return to this very program on May the 24th, the day before the budget. Now listen, Stephen, where are you at? Suit, tie, hair, what's going on?
Well, the hair is a bit beyond hope.
Oh my God, yes, I ask men the same question as I asked the women. Indeed, I asked a man before I asked a woman. And did that man take to some sort of umbrage? Did he get upset? No, he did not. In fact, let me further enhance what was asked that day, and let's see who else joined in the conversation. Suit and tie, are we into that? We don't do those stories anymore. You remember, Annette, 20 years ago, it's the standard...
Last year, actually.
Oh, was it? Oh. So is it a new tie and a new suit?
If you won't tell us about the budget, Stephen, tell us about the tie.
Technically. Tell us about the tie, Stephen. So does that make Annette sexist as a member of the Labour Party? So you see where I'm going with this? Storm in a teacup. And for all of those people who got angsty yesterday and wrote the headlines and covered this in a way it should never have been covered, grow up. Grow up and start acting a bit professionally. 7:20.